All right. We are live right now. We are multi-streaming to YouTube, Facebook, um and what's the other one? Yeah, Facebook group. In our Facebook group. So how are you guys doing? Hopefully you were able to join me live, but if you're not watching live and you're watching on a replay, welcome as well. But I just want to say hello to my people watching live right now. We got a few people in the chat here on Facebook. We got Darius saying hello, Sam. How are you doing, sir? Darius, there you go. And we got the celebrity juicer. How are you doing? How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, guys. Today I'm actually streaming with Max. Before we get into the camera stuff, so let me know what you think. I've been testing a few live streaming software. So the other day I tested StreamYard, and now I'm on a paid plan for Max. So I'm testing these platforms, and eventually I'm gonna make a video about it. But we're not here today to talk about Max and StreamYard. We are here to talk about some of the. I've got the Panasonic camera. Panasonic reached out to me and they sent me a PTZ camera, a 4K PTZ camera that I'm gonna be talking about. Obviously, I'm working on the video about it, but we also have. We're gonna be doing some. I think my audio is clipping a little. There we go. Yeah, we're also gonna be doing some. I'm gonna be giving you some updates about our PTZ camera from AVKANS. This is a 1080p camera, PTZ camera that we are giving away in 2 days. In 2 days only, guys. We only have 2 days to enter the giveaway. So I'm gonna give you some updates about the camera. Just a little quick though. If you don't know, we are giving away this PTZ camera. So if you're into broadcasting, church production, business production, producing for business, conferences, events, live events, and stuff like that, and you're looking for a PTZ camera, well, you can get one for free if you win. So yeah, we are giving away this PTZ camera right here. And I'm gonna give you more info at the end, so make sure you stick around because the giveaway is actually happening right now. It's been going on, so you can enter. I have all the links down below, obviously taking you to my website to enter the giveaway. Yeah, so that's that. Other than that, we have what else we have? Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what we're gonna be talking about. And of course, if you guys have questions, let me know in the chat. You can drop any question that you may have in the chat for sure, regarding live streaming, live production, and stuff like that. So if you're watching from Facebook, let me know. Watching from YouTube, let me know. And if you're watching on the replay as well, let me know. Again, today's video is brought to you by Max. Max is not sponsoring us, but I am using Max to stream. So you guys let me know how the video is, the sound is, and everything, because I'm gonna be judging Max after this live stream. So that's pretty much it. Just want to double check real quick if my audio is not clipping. Workers hub. All right. Okay. Looks good. Okay. I think it's not clipping, so we are good. All right. So first off, we're gonna take a quick look at this camera from Panasonic. And this is a 4K camera. So let's go ahead and actually let me see if I can share my screen real quick. Just gonna probably gonna have to move this tab over here and see what we have. Share screen. I'm just gonna do entire screen. There we go. All right, so we got my screen here over here now, and probably gonna go with this one right here. There we go. Okay, so here we are. So this is the PTZ camera. Just want to show you the specs a little quick, and then I'm gonna show you what the camera looks like. Obviously, this is a professional podcasting. I mean, podcasting broadcasting camera. So this is the AWUE80 4K professional PTZ camera. Okay, this is what it looks like, guys. Again, I have a link down below if you're watching from YouTube. I have a link down below where you can actually get to see it. But this is what it looks like. You can get all the details of course, the key features. Supports NDI, NDI HX, SRT, supports 4K 60 frames per second. That's amazing. Includes a wide angle lens with 74.1 degrees, field of view, 24 optical zoom, which is great. Supports 3D for building AR. I mean, if you are into AR and VR systems, I guess most people not into this. But yeah, if you are into this kind of stuff, of course, you're gonna get that. And that's pretty much it. Of course, it's gonna give you 4K, um all the good stuff you can see here, but I'm gonna show you what the camera looks like little quick here. So if you guys can see, this is the actual camera. Okay, this is what it looks like. Again, it's gonna give you 4K image. Okay, and this is made by Panasonic, so it's high quality. Doesn't have a super huge sensor. I believe it's 1/2.5, but it's gonna give you 4K resolution, 60 frames per second if you need that. I know most of us, if you are into broadcasting or live streaming, you're probably streaming in 1080p, but eventually, because now YouTube supports 4K streaming, so a lot of people are going to be switching to 4K streaming at some point. So this is kind of future proof. But other than that, it's a standard normal camera. But the difference is really this is like kind of professional broadcast grade camera. And as you can see, you get some SDI. So you have SDI output. The SDI is gonna support up to 1080p, and then if you use HDMI, you're gonna get up to 4K 60 frames per second, which is amazing. But other than that, you have two Ethernet inputs. So you have one Ethernet input to be able to connect if you want to use IP, or you want to connect it to your network, which is gonna be something cool because I'm gonna show you. I have a controller as well that you can actually use to control multiple cameras like this one, even like other Panasonic cameras. So they have their own controllers, and you have another Ethernet port here that you can use to connect to. Maybe if you want to link another camera, you can do that. So this is what it looks like, guys. It's pretty standard, but I mean, holding in my hands, I can see it's professional kind of broadcast grade kind of thing. All right, you can even see the pricing is not, it's not like the AVKANS cameras, right? um Although, I mean, yeah, this is 4K, and again, this is Panasonic, so this is Panasonic we're talking about. Now, I'm gonna show you little quick the controller that comes with it. If you guys have questions about it, let me know. Let me see, who do we have in the chat? Guys, drop your questions, okay? Drop your questions. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. I'm gonna be back in a minute and answer your questions for sure. So this is the actual controller. Okay, it comes. They send me this controller. By the way, I'm not keeping all this stuff. They sent to me because they wanted me to do a review, and of course we're gonna be testing all this stuff. So I have a church where we're gonna be testing the camera, the controller, and they're gonna be using it for about a month, which is really cool. And I will let them, like, give me their feedback, how they like it and everything. And obviously, inshallah, God willing, I'm gonna be able to make a video and actually grab all the footage, the samples and everything. And I'm actually intending on doing something that I never done before. I am trying to also compare with this cheaper camera, which is the AVKANS. This is a 1080p camera, by the way, that you guys supposed to win it, right? So I'm gonna give it to them as well. So we're gonna be comparing. They're gonna keep both cameras for a month, and they're gonna be using them every Sunday for their live streaming. And hopefully, gonna be able to get some footage and try to compare both cameras and see which one is good, is better, or which one is more ideal for most people. But at least we're gonna be able to compare them. So the this thing, man, the switcher, sorry, the controller, first of all, is high quality stuff, metal construction, and you can feel it. It's really high quality, professional. Again, this is made by Panasonic, and with this you can control multiple cameras. I believe like of almost 100 cameras. I mean, nobody's gonna have 100 cameras, but the thing is, you can easily like use Ethernet. So you can use Ethernet cables. As you can see, you have Ethernet ports to connect to multiple cameras without even using the IP stuff. I can connect directly to this camera, and I can connect another one. So I have one, two, three, four, five. I can connect up to 5 cameras without using IP or anything, just using Ethernet. And on the top of that, they both support PoE, which is cool. I mean, every PTZ camera should support PoE because nobody wants to bring some power cables up in the ceiling, of course. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. And you can control everything: white balance, zoom. You can, like any other PTZ controller, you can, make some presets, change like, iris and the exposure on the camera. You can do everything within the controller. Now they also have some apps that you can actually use. They say if you purchase a camera and you don't want to get the controller because maybe you are on a budget, especially maybe if it's just one camera or 2 cameras, you can use some of their apps that you can actually control either on your phone, on your iPad, I believe, and on the web as well, like on your desktop. So there's a way to do it on a computer without having to use a controller. But if you have like multiple cameras, maybe 1 or 2 cameras or 3 cameras, probably want to use the controller because it's gonna make your life easier, for sure, for sure. So that's pretty much it. Again, I'm super excited. We're gonna be testing it, and eventually I'm gonna make a video about it. Let's see what we have here in the chat, a little quick. Uh, oh, we got my man Darius says, by the way, I'm loving the EV Max, this EV Max comment thing, like lower thirds. I think they look good. They look really, really good. I love the design. Yeah, so my man sounds good. Is that the DIY mic? Yes, yes, yes. This is the DIY mic. Yeah, I'm using it and I kind of love it. It's like I want to use it every day. So yeah, this is what it looks like, my man. As you can see, it's nice. By the way, if you go to Caleb's website, I can, if you're interested, let me know. Reach out to me. I'll send you the link where you can buy the 3D printed materials. Um, you could actually get the black version because I didn't want to get the black version because I already have like another Shure SM7B. So I wanted something that kind of looked different, but you can get a black version, and if you get a black version, of course it's gonna look like even closer to the Shure SM7B. But yeah, so let me know what it sounds like if you like the sound of it. But again, I mean, there's a little bit of processing through AV Max, so it may not sound the best right now because it's being compressed by AV Max. But yeah, let me know if you like the sound of it. Claude Ford says, hello, Sam. Hello, my man. How you doing? Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. Claude Ford says, what about audio in, line in, or mic in? For the Panasonic camera, yeah, sure. Let me check it out a little quick. So some of this stuff, to be honest, if you are broadcasting, okay, professionally, there are some options that we have on these cameras that I tend to ignore, okay? And the reason is I don't see myself running audio through the camera. However, if you are in a situation that you need those features, they are there. So one thing that I have to mention, first of all, it has what's called SRT that will actually allow you to stream directly from the camera to something like YouTube or Facebook. So if you want to go straight directly from the camera to streaming on YouTube or Facebook, you can do it. But if you do it that way, that means you're gonna be using only one camera. So if you wanna do multi-camera, then that's not gonna work. All right. So that's that. But other than that, we have let's see what we have. Let me try to show you an overhead shot so you guys can have a closer look. Uh, that will probably help. So there we go. Just gonna remove the comment. So this is what the back looks like. And as you can see, we have the audio in here. So like a 3.5 mm jack. You can also use an actual remote like a AR remote. It's possible if the camera is not far from you. But other than that, I don't think there is anything else when it comes to input. You get time code if you are in a professional broadcast or video recording where you need to kind of sing the time code. But yeah, so your audio in is here. There's no audio out. And I don't know why you would need that. So, but there's no audio out. It's mostly audio in. So if you want to input the 3.5 mm jack audio, you could do that. That's that. So let me know if you have more questions about the camera or the control. I'm just gonna show you a little quick. Obviously, we're not gonna be playing with it, but I just want to show you what it looks like, guys. It's not really big, but it's well built. It's like 100% metal, and it's like professional grade kind of you know material, right? Super heavy duty. So this is what it looks like. You got all the controls here. You got your LCD screen. The LCD screen is not gonna allow you to see the camera image. To see the camera image, you still need to connect the HDMI cable or something like that. And obviously you get some your presets here where you get your menu here. You can create some presets. You have access to all your cameras, and you can change, like you can go from camera 1 to 5 and then change the page, go to camera 5 to 10. So like you can connect up to, or you can control up to 100 cameras, I believe, something like that. So it's crazy, like you can connect multiple cameras. You got a zoom, for your iris focus here. um you can your joystick here, your speed, almost like all the juicy stuff you usually see on PTZ cameras. So that's that. All right. So yeah, I guess that's I mean the video is really not to go super deep into the camera and what it does. It's just to I guess to express my first impressions with this camera. But other than that, we just gonna go straight to, let me check if we have some comments to go through or questions. Um So we have line level or mic level. Okay, so I think I already answered that question. Tokyo, it sounds very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did I call you Tokyo? Sorry. Tokuri. I don't know why I called you Tokyo. Maybe I want to go to Japan. Um, Thank you so much for joining, by the way. Thank you for being here. Um, as they talk, Tucker says, are you gonna test it? Yes, yes, I am going to be testing it out. Actually, I'm not testing it in my office. I'm not testing it in myself. I'm sending it out to a church for testing, and then they're gonna have it for 4 weeks, so that I can have enough data to show to you guys. So I mean, we're gonna grab some footage. I'm going to interview them as well, and yeah, to see like they're gonna tell me how they like it and everything, and obviously I'm gonna make a video about it. And I'm also gonna give them one of these cameras too. This is the AVKANS. This is like the cheaper PTZ camera. This is like $600. And again, this is a full HD. It doesn't have that many features compared to the other one. This is 4K. The Panasonic one is 4K, but they're gonna be using this one as well, and we're gonna compare the cheaper version and the most expensive version. Again, this camera is over 5K, so it's like professional grade kind of camera. It has like really, really many features compared to the other one. But maybe someone who wants something simple and you want to see maybe just compare the image quality, just maybe need full HD. HDMI into your switcher or SDI into your switcher, because this camera can do that, and then we can compare maybe the image quality and see if it's going to be able to match the other one. So that's that. um as you can see, like this one is super straightforward. So you got SDI, you got HDMI, of course, you got lightning audio, and then you get your Ethernet cable. It's got PoE, so you can connect it, power it using an Ethernet cable, and that's pretty much it. You get some RS232 kind of connections, which is something that I kind of hate. Even the name is just too long to pronounce. So if you're using PTZ cameras, I always recommend you just use IP. I think IP is just simpler. Just connect one Ethernet cable. It's going to power the camera. It's gonna also give you access to the camera over network. And then if you have an IP controller, you can simply access the camera. So that's my take. So yeah, I'm super excited. Um, let's see. Cloudford says, "What mic do you have in it?" So I don't know what you mean by what mic. Did you mean my microphone like this one, or you mean the camera? So, oh, okay, okay. I think you. There's another question. There's a follow-up question. What mic are you using in the Caleb DSLR mic shell? So I'm using the Behringer. Do I have the case? Yeah. Yeah, I'm using the Behringer XM8500. The Behringer XM8500. It's pretty simple microphone. $20, believe, cost $20. So it's crazy to see how this microphone compares to my Shure SM7B. Again, video coming up. I'm working on the video comparing both. I have three Shure SM7Bs. I have the original American Shure SM7B mic, which is over there. You guys can see it in the background. And I have another Shure SM7B that I got from China from Alibaba.com. That one cost me $170. The original, I mean, American Shure SM7B cost $400 usually. And then I have this one that cost me so the $20 for the XM85, the Behringer XM85 microphone. And then I got the Caleb 3D printed parts. Again, he does share the files, so if you know how to do 3D printing, you can actually get the files for free and do the printing yourself. You can get in black or white. I got the the white version. If you want it to look as close as the Shure SM7B, then you can get maybe the black version. And then we have I have so I get the 3D printed parts from him, and they cost me about $40, plus shipping. And no, I think shipping included. I can't remember, but it's about $40, $42. So plus the $20 microphone from Amazon, the Behringer Ultra Voice XM8500. It fits well in the shell, no problem. And then yeah, and I got myself a DIY Shure SM7B. Actually sounds really really good. I made a video about it, like a short video about it, and most people tell me that actually this microphone sounds better than the actual original Shure SM7B, the $400 one. So it's crazy to see the difference between a $20 microphone sounding as good as a $400 microphone. So yeah. Um, what must I do to win the PTZ camera? So to win the PTZ camera, you only have 2 days to enter the giveaway. I have a link down below. Even in the chat, there's a link kind of pinned on the top. So all you gotta do, just like enter the giveaway. Just click. It's on my website. Just click to enter. You only have 2 days left, and yeah, you're just gonna see all the rules and everything. But it's pretty simple. So it's right here. Let me see. Yeah, I mean it's two. You can click on the screen, but yeah, just the very first comment in the chat right now is gonna take you to my website. All right, so live production tips and tools, and you can actually gonna be able to enter the giveaway. So make sure you stick around because I'm gonna show you in a moment what the page looks like, and if you want to win, to enter to win for sure, I'm gonna show you a little quick. It's pretty simple, easy. You don't have to purchase anything. You don't have to just it's just you enter your email address or and your name, and obviously you gotta be in Canada or US if you are watching from somewhere else, because of the rules and everything we have to follow. It's not because I don't care about my international viewers, but if you're watching from somewhere else, you probably what you can do is you can maybe get someone who lives in the States or Canada to enter on your behalf, because once you win, I'm gonna ship the camera to you, and you gotta be in Canada or US. So yeah, so I can ship to them if they enter on your behalf and they win. I can ship to them, and then you guys talk how you're gonna get it from them. So it could be maybe your family member or someone who lives in the States or Canada. Okay, let's see. Claude Ford says, "What are your thoughts on live streaming a house of worship service with PTZ versus APS-C?" Hmm. That's a good question. Um, if you ask me, it all you see that's the thing. Like, there's no right or wrong answer, but yeah, there's no right or wrong answer. It's always the answer is always it depends. In my opinion, I will tell you, if you have enough staff and um, yeah, if you have enough staff to operate the cameras, and you actually know how to operate APS-C sensor cameras. I mean, it doesn't have to be a APS-C sensor. It could be a Micro Four Third, something like the GH5, G7, G85. Lumix cameras are great. Sony cameras are great. Canon cameras. So it could be any camera, DSLR, mirrorless. I think they are the best cameras that will give you the best image quality. Okay. However, you of course you need to learn, how to use the white balance on the cameras the right way, how to to make sure the colors are accurate and everything, get the right lenses and everything. And once you understand and you know how to use all those things, man, like, you're good. They're gonna give you the best image quality, hands down, right? And they're not super expensive actually compared to PTZ cameras. Of course, we get some PTZ cameras now that are affordable, but like something like this, the Panasonic is gonna cost you over 5K. You get PTZ Optics have some PTZ cameras that kind of like in 2000 ish range. So in my opinion, I think mirrorless cameras are better than PTZ cameras when it comes to bigger sensor. They tend to have bigger sensors, so they're gonna perform well, better in low light, and the dynamic range, the colors, they're gonna pop. Of course, like any other camera, you have to give it good lighting. So your lighting is more important than your cameras, actually, if you didn't know. So make sure your lighting is good. All right. right? Regardless of which camera you use, either use your cell phone, use your mirrorless camera, PTZ, or video camera, or like these traditional video cameras or camcorders. Your lighting first. Make sure your lighting is good. Other than that, yes, APS-C sensor cameras, if like to be more specific, they're going to be better than PTZ cameras. However, in some instances, PTZ cameras are going to outperform in terms of value. They're going to outperform any mirrorless camera when it comes to access to camera, access to control, and if you don't have enough people, because the thing is with PTZ cameras, you can be sitting in the back and control five, or they say 3 to 5 cameras from one controller, have some presets on your controller already pre-programmed for you, and then you just all you gotta do is just maybe have one volunteer seated in the back, just hitting different presets and just getting some motion. The zoom is fluid, is really nice and everything. So it all really depends on what you need, the kind of resources that you have. That's why, like, I used to not recommend PTZ cameras, I'm gonna be honest, but I kind of changed my mind after seeing the reality that people live. I used not to recommend them because of image quality and low light performance and everything. But the reason why I changed my mind about PTZ cameras is because I realized that most people don't have access to resources like staff members or volunteers, and they just want like to be able to run 5 cameras with maybe 2 volunteers or 2 team members, one maybe switching, another person controlling the cameras, and that's what PTZ cameras do. So I think there's a place for PTZ cameras, and if you want really, really good image quality, I think APS-C sensor or DSLR or mirrorless cameras are going to outperform PTZ cameras. But if you don't have resources in terms of labor and you want to run multiple cameras or a bigger production, I'll say PTZ cameras would be your best option, and they're going to give you more flexibility in regards to that matter. So I don't know if you could also mix. You could mix APS-C sensor. I don't want to keep using APS-C sensor because technically you don't have to just to get APS-C. You can get micro four thirds or full frame. But what I'm saying is, you can maybe get one PTZ camera to get you a specific shot, or 2 PTZ cameras, and run 2 mirrorless cameras maybe to get other specific shots. So it's all you like, just make sure you do your research and then look at what you have in terms of resources and available volunteers, and see what's possible. So that's my take. Again, let me know if you have questions. um Okay, so the A6400, yeah, yeah, exactly. So same thing, either it's A6400 or any other Sony cameras, or Canon or Micro Four Third, it doesn't matter. It's the same concept. Most of these cameras are going to give you really good images, like what I'm using right now. I'm using the Panasonic GH5 for my video, but again, I would say 80% or 75% of what you're looking at is actually my lighting, right? The way I, work on my background, the way I light my face, like all those kind of stuff, right? What's back there in my background and everything. So yeah, it's really a combination of audio, visuals, and lighting that's gonna get the best image quality for you, and kind of boost the camera as well for your live streaming. So that's that. Uh, yeah, the tribe is in the house. The tribe says hit the like button. Yes, guys, if you're watching live, make sure you hit the like button. If you're watching on the replay, make sure you hit the like button as well. And of course, let me know down below if you have any questions regarding live streaming and video production. So now before we end the stream again, guys, I'm just gonna show you a little quick how to win a free 1080p PTZ camera. This camera right here, we've got 2 days. So on Sunday, it should be, yeah, it should be on Sunday in 2 days. It's gonna be on the 30th. We're gonna close the giveaway, and whoever wins. So we're gonna draw the winner. And the thing is, this is the camera. Talked about it. Full HD from AVKANS Camera. I'm giving it away. This was sent to me to review. Actually did the review about it, and it's a great camera. If you're looking for an affordable PTZ camera, full HD. Again, you guys can check out my review on my YouTube channel, and it's gonna give you full HD, HDMI, SDI option. If you want to use HDMI or SDI, you can even. This one doesn't have NDI. If you like NDI, unfortunately it doesn't, but it has PoE, which means you can power it using an Ethernet cable and connect it to the network as well. So how to win this camera is pretty simple. Again, this is a giveaway, so multiple people are going to enter. So I only have one camera to be won. So you're gonna go to my website. Okay, again, you can check out down below. I'm gonna pin a comment if you're watching on the replay. If you're watching on live, the very first comment is gonna take you there. All right, so you're gonna go to my website. Let me show you a little quick. uh, all right, so you're gonna go to my website here, which should be liveproductiontips.com. And this is what's gonna look like when you get there. And what you need to do, the very first thing that you're going to see is gonna be the announcement for the PTZ camera, to win it. So you're gonna go here and enter. You can either go here through here, or you can even go on the menu here and go to giveaways. All right, so if you click to giveaways, there's only one thing that we are giving away, which is the AVKANS 20x PTZ camera. And as you can see, we have 83 entries so far. And what you need to do is you have to, when you follow me on Amazon, you get one entry. All right, so on my Amazon page, and when you sign up for my mailing list, you also getting another entry. So you can get two entries by simply doing those two things. And that's pretty simple, straightforward. Now, if you click here to referral, you see that obviously I'm not getting this option, but you can refer someone else. Okay, you can refer someone else, a friend, family member, someone who may be interested in a PTZ camera. And as soon as they enter, you're gonna get some extra entries. So that's more chances for you to win, right? The more you refer, the more the more chances you're gonna get to win the camera. And of course, the prize is the PTZ camera right here. And then you can click to terms and conditions to see all the rules and everything that that we have to kind of follow for the giveaway. So all the rules are here. And again, this giveaway is not sponsored by either YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, or any other social media. No platform is sponsoring this giveaway. And AVKANS is not sponsoring us either. It's just, this is my camera. Of course, it was sent to me to review, but I am the one who decided to give it away to my community, just to say thank you guys for watching my stuff, my videos, and of course, appreciating the community. So just to give back. So that's pretty much. I'm not super rich, by the way. I'm just a creator. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. It's pretty easy. You just like, it's gonna ask you to sign up. So I'm using an app called the Social Boost. They ask you to sign up, so you just provide your email address and and your name, of course, because when you're gonna have to reach out to you. Now, the third thing you kind of have to do is to join our Facebook group. Now, to join doesn't really give you any extra entry, but this is our Facebook group where we're actually sharing stuff like, for the first things. That's where we're gonna announce the winner, because I can't keep saying it here on YouTube, right? So all the updates about the giveaway, and of course the future giveaways, because I would love to keep doing some giveaways. By the way, go ahead and let me know what you want me to give away next. I've got some microphones, these microphones that I review, and I've got some new cameras, maybe hopefully coming in from. I've got some, believe, one or two cameras coming in again from AVKANS. So who knows? If I see that there's a demand, people want to get free cameras, and maybe I'll do another camera giveaway. Personally, I don't use PTZ cameras that much because I use mirrorless cameras to stream here in my studio. So, and I'm not a big fan of selling stuff. I kind of don't have time. So, maybe, it just makes me feel good to give back to you guys, some of you guys that watch my stuff and kind of part of the community. So, I kind of enjoy it. So yeah, so we'll see what we'll be giving away next. But I want you guys to interact. Let me know in the chat. Be part of. Go join my Facebook group, because that's where we're gonna be announcing the future updates. The updates about the giveaway, the current giveaway, and of course the future giveaway. So you want to make sure you join my Facebook group. And another thing is, when you join the group, you can ask questions there. Some of the questions that you can't ask live here, maybe you stuck trying to set up something, in your production, you can actually ask the community. Could be me, could be other people who are part of the group, that will actually maybe gonna be able to help you fix any problem that you may have regarding live streaming and video. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you enter the giveaway. Not sure if you guys have questions. um Not sure if you guys have questions. Let me know in the chat before we end the stream. But I'm also um, I'm gonna be curious to see what the stream looks like, because we are streaming on YouTube and Facebook group as well. So it's interesting. Um, let's see. Kenyon says, "Ha ha ha! That would be a nice birthday gift, birthday present, May 1st." Yeah, I agree with you. I think that would be awesome. That would be a great birthday gift for sure. So, yeah, good luck. Good luck. I hope. Have you entered the giveaway, Rudy? And how many entries do you have? I hope you don't have only two entries. As you guys could see, we have, how many people have entered already? Let's see. We have 83 so far. So we have 83 entries. 83 doesn't mean 83 people. It could be maybe 50 or 40 people who entered, but I think last time I checked, we were over 50 people. So some people got maybe one entry, and some people got two. Some people got more than two. So you can get more than two entries by referring the giveaway to other people, which is, that's what they say, right? Sharing is caring. So that's that. So, guys, go ahead and drop some questions, because we're about to end the stream. So go ahead if you have some last minute questions. This is the time to shoot those questions, because we are about to end the stream in a few minutes. So if you have last minute questions, let me know. Again, my name is Sam. Did I introduce myself? If you're watching me, I'm assuming you know me. But if you don't know me, my name is Sam. You're watching Lab Production Tips and Tools here on YouTube.com and Facebook.com. That's where I'm multi-streaming, and we are live streaming using EV Max on the paid plan, which is the not the pro plan, but the second one, regular plan. I don't know what's called. The second tier, the one that gives you 1080p, full HD. with no watermark. So that's what we're using. And hopefully it's gonna look good and sound good. And I'm using a DIY Shure SM7B that I made out of a $20 Behringer microphone. So hopefully it sounds good. And I think it looks good. I like the look of it. So, um, Cloudford says, "How do you handle internet redundancy for live streaming House of Worship?" So, that's a good question. I've seen people using just a regular internet connection. That's just just go live, and of course have good you first of all, one number one tip, always have never stream over Wi-Fi. So try to plug in an Ethernet cable. That's number one rule. Number one, as number two, make sure you check your upload speed. So that's the most important speed. Now, um, when it comes to making sure, let's say something goes wrong, you have a backup. It could be uh, again, most churches use what instead of going straight, they use something like Resi. And but that's I'm actually gonna make a video about it because Resi, not everybody can afford it. But if you can afford it, Resi is going to help you a lot. It's going to help you because Resi it has a delay, so it's gonna put a delay between the time that people see the live video and the time that you actually upload it. So you upload to their servers and they delay it for about 2 minutes, and then that time is going to allow them, let's say if there was an issue with the internet, it's going to kind of like it's going to allow them time, a buffer time, to kind of uh make sure the end viewer, the end user, whatever the person viewing on the other end, doesn't see any lag or any experience issues. So that's one thing. Okay, again, this is not a backup internet that you're getting or anything, but that's going to help. Let's say if your internet is not stable, if you get some drops and everything, it's going to allow you to have that margin of error and make sure there's no issue on the viewer's end, right? That's one tip, maybe if you can afford it. I think there's some other solutions out there. You could also set up your, I know, I don't think that's gonna help, because if you change your latency settings in YouTube, I don't think that's gonna help that much. Another thing you could do, hopefully, maybe that's gonna help. Of course, yeah. If you can delay your video a little bit, I think that will help just a little bit. But another thing you could do is to have there's some solutions that you could use. Is it Live View? I believe Live View and yeah, like some bonding services. But most of those services, I think a lot of people use them when you're streaming in a place where you don't have access to internet. For instance, tomorrow I'm gonna be shooting and streaming a wedding, and I'm using the YOLO Box Pro. And I'm gonna be streaming over Wi-Fi and my phone's data as well, because you can put a SIM card in there. So that's if you're streaming outdoors, which is not the case for House of Worships. So for House of Worships, I would say just have a backup internet plan ready for you. It could be maybe your phone, your phone's internet data. I mean, that's not really super professional, but other than that, man, like, because I don't want you to get two internet providers. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that, or it could be, yeah, simply like your phone's data, and something goes wrong, you could simply connect your phone's data. Like they say, if you're using something like the ATEM Mini Extreme, yeah, the ATEM Mini Extreme has that feature where you can connect your phone, and then anytime you have an issue with the internet, is actually going to use your phone's data to kind of boost the stream. So if you use the ATEM Mini Extreme or ATEM Mini Extreme ISO, That's a good tip actually. I think that's the perfect solution. Just have your phone kind of ready so anytime there's a drop in the signal, it's just gonna use your phone's data just to boost it a little bit. Other than that, I mean, yeah, that's what I can think of so far. But again, if you go with Resi, so if you have something like Resi and a similar service to Resi, depending on your budget, that would be awesome because now you have Resi, and then you could have your, of course, your internet, your normal internet kind of connected, and then you could have your phone's data kind of connected into your ATM Mini if you're using the ATM Mini Extreme or ATM Mini Extreme ISO as a backup. So with you get like three layers of protection. I think you kind of, yeah, you should be good unless there's like a major disaster. So that's my take. Let me know if that was helpful. In your experience, is something like ATM Mini really necessary, or you can I get away with a couple of capture cards, OBS, and maybe Stream Deck for church? Okay, that's a good question. I have both. I have the ATM Mini Pro. I have capture cards, multiple capture cards, and I've used both. And in my opinion, it depends how many cameras are you dealing with. So if you are really, really on budget, like broke, not super broke, but you are on budget, you could get away with just two simple capture cards, not even the cam link, not even the cam link. If you're on a budget, let me show you something like these two capture cards here that I got, right? So you can get two, let's say if you have two cameras, don't get the same thing, because if you get the same two capture cards that look alike or from the same brand, your computer may not be able to know which is which. But you can get like all these cheap capture cards, you can get them from Amazon. They're kind of super generic, and you can connect maybe two of these and connect two cameras if you're on a budget, and you'll be okay, especially if you're using something like OBS, in my opinion. However, yeah, and use something like a Stream Deck to switch. However, as soon as you start getting into, let's say if you have a volunteer, no, first of all, if you have more than two cameras, then I would suggest you get something like the ATEM Mini or the ATEM Mini Pro. And as soon as you start adding graphics, maybe you grabbing your presentation software from a different computer, from the volunteer running Easy Worship or Pro Presenter, then that's three inputs, right? I would not advise you to keep running over capture cards because you're gonna get some limitations. So as soon as you add a third camera, fourth camera, or fourth input or computer input over HDMI, then that's the time you would go get something like the ATEM Mini or the ATEM Mini Pro. Actually, in your case, maybe I'll say just get the ATEM Mini because it's pretty not expensive. It's very, very affordable, and since you don't need to stream directly from the unit, you can just get away by using just the base model that's gonna allow you to connect up to four inputs, maybe two cameras or three cameras in the presentation software for the fourth input. And the good thing about it is you can switch, right? You can access your inputs directly on the physical unit, which is simpler if you have volunteers or people who do not understand video. It's easier for them to just hit one, two, three, four camera one, camera two, like on the physical buttons. And you can still use something like the Stream Deck to add more stuff. You can still use some of these capture cards in conjunction with the ATEM Mini Pro, because you'll see your inputs, you're gonna run out of inputs pretty quickly. As soon as you start adding a computer, maybe add the I don't know, some graphics, add two cameras, and maybe add the third camera. So like the four inputs are gone, right? So that's that. Or maybe you add the pastor's iPad when they're preaching. So like the four inputs are going quickly. So in my opinion, if you're starting out, you don't have to stress. If you have two cameras max and you are on a budget, you know how to use OBS and you kind of tech savvy. You don't have volunteers who don't understand video. You're the one actually in charge. I think you can get away with just OBS, two capture cards, and just run the show. It's possible. Um, and but as soon as you start adding stuff, you don't want to put too much pressure on your computer. Then you can go ahead and actually get something like the ATEM Mini Pro because it's gonna help kind of pre-process that signal, bring it into OBS with just like with just USB, and then boom. So that's my take. Yeah, like start with this, right? Because they're like $20. Some of these cost like $15, so they're pretty cheap. And see it as an upgrade. So when you get something like the ATEM Mini Pro or the ATEM Mini Extreme, it could be an upgrade from this cheap capture card. One mistake that I see a lot of people make is to buy expensive capture cards, like something like a 4K capture card. Why would you buy a 4K capture card if you're never gonna stream or never gonna record in 4K using a capture card? Something like the Cam Link. The Cam Link is great, but most people don't need a Cam Link, right? So like if you're on a budget, don't buy a Cam Link. Yes, if you have money in budget, is not a problem. It's a great capture card. Go get it. So that's one mistake that I see a lot of people make is just to buy an expensive capture card and then end up later on upgrading to something like the ATEM Mini Pro. That's like a waste of money, right? So yeah, if like get a cheap capture card, they do work. They work. These things work really. Like they do work. Never had any issue with this, you know. Get a cheap capture card, use it to start, and then as you upgrade, you can upgrade to something a little bigger, and you're not gonna feel like you wasted your money, right? Because it was like $20, 20, $15. Not bad. It's not like spending $120 on a capture card after 6 months. You switch to something like the ATEM Mini Pro. That's some money wasted. So that's my take. Hopefully that was helpful. Um, say short answer. All right. Hope I got you. Claude Ford says we tried to delay the video, but we had to send out three new links last week. Um. Okay. Um. So how are you delaying the video? Each new link sent out resulted in fewer viewer connecting. Okay, yeah, okay. So you had the issues, so like you tried the first time and it didn't work, and then you tried again, and then you had to send another link. So I'm not sure how you guys were doing it. And I don't know why you're using because I'm not sure why you are using. Also, I don't know what the kind of service that you have and where you live, because you may be having simply an internet connection issue. Maybe you live in a place where you don't have access to high speed internet. Then that's a different issue, because some people have good internet, like myself. I have good internet, right? But sometimes things happen, right? So maybe there's a little issue glitch and then my internet drops, and for like 2 to maybe 10, 20 seconds that I don't have internet, or my internet has dropped to like a slower speed. If I was using something like, if my video is kind of delayed and I'm using something like Razy, then Razy has time to kind of catch up and make sure the viewer doesn't experience that drop, right? But it all depends on the kind of service that you're using, which is different from having like a super low speed internet connection and kind of relying on bonding multiple internet services. So like some people use Wi-Fi and combine with their phone's internet, or use something like Starlink or stuff like that, kind of bond multiple internet services together to have a stronger connection. So it really depends on how you're trying to do it. Again, the A10 Mini Pro is like the A10 Mini Extreme way, is kind of like the cheaper way to kind of do it, depending on your situation, because Razy costs money too. It's not cheap. All right, let's see what you're saying. Thanks very much for your perspective. I appreciate you. Um, let's see. We are using OBS and set a delay of over 30 seconds. Okay. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, that could help. That could help, but it's not the you may not get the best results by doing that. Um and there's no guarantee, like you're not gonna get the ultimate best results by doing that. That's what I'm saying. But it's going to help a little bit. Um so again, I don't know your budget, I don't know your situation, so it's hard to kind of answer your question. But my recommendation would be really um to get a bonding service that will allow you to, because if the issue you're having is the internet connection that you have, like the speed that you're having, then that's a different issue, right? Because redundancy is more like, okay, if my internet drops, I have a backup, right? But if you already have like a low speed internet connection and you're trying to find a solution, then that's a different issue. So I don't know. Let's see what. uh, I think bonding will be a help, but the Caribbean. Okay, but in the Caribbean, and we don't have ATM Mini, just two capture cards. Okay, yeah. So that's what I thought. So if you have an issue with, if your internet connection is low, yeah, bonding would be the best option for you. And look into some bonding options. I know some people talk about live view. I have never tried it, I have never used it. Maybe something that I have to test. Myself, I'm gonna be streaming using the yellow box. Even tomorrow, I have a wedding that I'm gonna be streaming, and I'm gonna be using Wi-Fi. I don't recommend Wi-Fi, but if you streaming outdoors and you don't have a choice, so I'm gonna be streaming over Wi-Fi, and I'm gonna have my phone's SIM card as a backup in case of something goes wrong or I lose Wi-Fi, and then I'm gonna have my Wi-Fi, my phone's internet data as a backup. So but again, a lot of people use Live View. I think there's some other bonding services. And I think you can order the ATM Mini Extreme. I think it's available worldwide, of course, if you have a budget. So that could be something to consider as well. So you can use your phone's internet data, combine it with some local connection that you already have. So that would be my that would be my recommendation. Again, guys, feel free to join my Facebook, my private community on Facebook. It's free to get in there, ask all these questions, and of course, you get to meet other people who may be experiencing the same issues or who have been in the same situation. And hopefully, maybe they found a solution they can actually share with you. It could be people living in the same area that can actually help with whatever problem they may have. So feel free to join my Facebook group if you're not part of it, because that's very, very helpful to be in there. It's gonna be super, super helpful to be in there because you can ask questions. You also can contribute to the community. So if you find a solution to whatever problem you're facing, you can actually share with the rest of the community, which is awesome. All right. Let's see. Let's see the last. This is gonna be. Oh, okay. I think you already answered this. Okay, so I was gonna say this is gonna be the last comment, but yeah. So this is it, guys. I think we're gonna. I think we went over like over 11 minutes, but that's okay because we're asking. You guys were asking questions. So, guys, this is it. Again, my name is Sam. You're watching Live Production Tips and Tools. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Again, we have 2 days to win this PTZ camera right here from AVKANS. So make sure you enter, make sure you maximize your chances of winning. And hopefully, in the next coming weeks, I'm gonna be shipping it out to the lucky winner. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining today. I appreciate you. For people watching over Facebook group, thank you so much for joining today here on youtube.com as well. Thanks so much for joining today. And I will see you guys on my next video or my next live stream. Take care, guys.